How's it going, everyone? So, Sword and Shield era has been going absolutely crazy just to start off 2024. It's going to be really interesting to see where these prices land at the end of the year. And let me know your favorite Sword and Shield set in the comments below, whether it's collection purposes, which ones you like the most, or which booster boxes do you think have the best potential for a return as an investment. So, today, though, we're going to be talking about Chilling Reign, and you're going to be surprised because Chilling Reign has the second most value out of all of the Sword and Shield sets. Now, we're going to be purely kind of looking at data today, so we're going to try and take our own biases out of the picture because we're just going to look at data and potential right now. So in terms of popularity, I went ahead and just compiled the data from pokedata.io, and I went to look at the sets. We're going to look at my Google Sheet in a second. But I wanted to find out which sets have the most value overall, just to start off, right? And so it's no surprise that Evolving Skies is in first. Chilling Reign, surprisingly, is in second. Lost Origin is currently in third. Brilliant Stars is in fourth. Fusion Strike is in fifth. And in sixth place, we have Astral Radiance. Now, a few of these sets, you're going to find that they're pretty close in value, so it's going to be really cool to see in the next year or two if one of these sets jump up to the number 3 spot or the number 4 spot. All right. And then in 7th place so far, we have Silver Tempest, Battle Styles in 8th, Rebel Clash in 9th, Sword and Shield Base is in 10th, and Vivid Voltage 11th, and Darkness Ablaze for overall value is in last place, currently at 12. So let's go ahead and look at the data. And so right here, we have set value as of March 2024. And so we have first place, Evolving Skies at $2,383.42. We have Chilling Reign at $1,155 and some change. In third, we have Lost Origin currently at $828 for total set value. In fourth, we have Brilliant Stars at $707. In fifth, we have Fusion Strike, $679. So notice those two sets are really close. In sixth place, we have Astral Radiance, $675. So really close to Fusion Strike. And then in seventh, we have Silver Tempest at $574 and some change. In eighth, we have Battle Styles, $462.18. Rebel Clash is in ninth, $387 overall for the set value. Sword and Shield Base, $362.94. And then, like we said earlier, Vivid Voltage, $314 for total set value. And in last place, we have Darkness Ablaze, $181. And of course, I omitted the specialty sets because we're not really looking at those right now. This is purely for the main sets. Okay, so with that in mind, currently Chilling Reign is in second, right? How far away is it off? Gosh, that's my cat playing around. It's about $1,000 less in terms of value in comparison to Evolving Skies. But what's in third place? Let's check. In third place, we have Lost Origin, $828. And it's beating Brilliant Stars by about another $100 right there. Fuego, come here, buddy. He wants to play right now. All right, so that can kind of help us kind of determine how popular all these sets are and how popular are the cards, because the more popular the card, the more valuable it is, right? And so this is still out of order. So the current price for Chilling Reign is $1,555, right? Now let's go ahead and look at the booster box prices. Let's go ahead and look at the booster box prices because the booster box currently is $164.49, and we're going to compare that to all the other Sword and Shield sets, because the market in 2024 and in 2023 can kind of help us dictate where are these sets going and which sets are going to end up being more popular, even though some sets have more value. So let's go ahead and check it out. Booster box prices, all right? In first place, we have Evolving Skies at $600.59. And I know on TCG Player, there's confirmed sales for $700. So we're just going to take the pokedata.io right now, because to me, it takes data from eBay, it takes data from other sources, and it even has the link. So you can click on the link, you can see if it was a bid, It'll even show you how much bids there are for that set, all that good stuff. So anyways, let's go back here. All right, so Evolving Sky, $600. And then Chilling Reign is in 5th place in terms of booster box value, because in 2nd place, we have Sword and Shield. We have Sword and Shield at $249.75. In 3rd place, we have the Rebel Clash, or the Rebel Trash. But I almost bought a booster box of this, but I decided to spend my money elsewhere. And so it was just really cheap. I think it was like for $204. So to me, that was cheap. Because I know this set, the print run, we'll talk about print runs later, but there wasn't really that printed, not that heavily in compared to like Vivid Voltage. All right, in 4th place, we have Fusion Strike right here at $165.36. There's a little bit of nuance, right? Because you can find your own deals and you can get maybe $5 cheaper for some of these sets, or pay $5 more, whatever makes you happy, right? And so whatever you're willing to pay. So then in 5th place, real closely, is Chilling Reign at $164.49. Now again, that's according to Pokedata.io. So these are basically neck and neck for 4th place overall for booster box prices. Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign. Okay, in 6th place, we have the Lost Origin at $164.23. It's a super popular set. You got the Aerodactyl, the Giratina, the Pikachu VMAX is one of my favorite cards out of the Sword and Shield era. And so, you know, Lost Origin maybe is in 6th place, but it also was one of the later sets. So that might have a reason to do with it, the set age. And we have the ages of all these set right here. Of course, the 2020s and 2021, you know, pandemic, post-pandemic boom. And so let's continue. Right now in 7th place, we have the, let's see, where is it? Right here. Brilliant Stars at $153. Now, this can all change. The booster box prices can all change pretty quickly. And then the overall set value, I think, is going to take a lot more time, right, to kind of change. Now, let's look at 8th place. We have Darkness Ablaze. It's an older set, August 14th, 2020. In 9th place, we have in 9th place, we have Astral Radiance, $130. It's one of the later sets. It's getting more popular lately, especially because it didn't get as printed as much in comparison to Silver Tempest or Lost Origin with those reprints towards the end of Sword and Shield, the era. And then let's look at the 10th place spot, Vivid Voltage. In terms of booster box prices, $124. And then in 11th for booster box price, we have Silver Tempest at $123. Now again, this is an average on Pokedata.io. I'm sure on TCG Player, you can check for yourself, but I'm sure it's around 123 or 125. I don't believe it's at 130, but it could be. And so, but the average for eBay sales from Pokedata.io is $123. So it was the last set in Sword and Shield. It got that last reprint, brought the prices down right to 115 or so, 110. And then in 12th place for booster box value, we have the Battle Styles, surprisingly still at a low $103.88. So really interesting, right? Battle Styles is in last place. Evolving Skies is in 1st place. And in 2nd place right now is Sword and Shield base for booster box prices. And then in 3rd, we have Rebel Clash. And then in 4th, we have Fusion Strike. And 5th, we have Chilling Reign, which we're talking about today. So really interesting to see, because if you compare booster box prices to the overall set value, it kind of doesn't matter, you know? The collector, the investor wants what they want, and they're going to pay the price that they're willing to pay. And that kind of pushes the market either up or down for the set, right? But it's just really interesting to look at. Now, we want to look at depth for the cards. So, but before we look at the set depth, let's look at the top 10 cards prices for Chilling Reign, because we're talking about Chilling Reign today. So let's give some Chilling Reign some love today. So I have the top 10 card prices right here. We have the Blaziken VMAX Alt Art. It had a 5% gain, 5.88% gain from December to March, right here. And then we have the Galarian Moltres Alt Art V. It had a negative 3% loss, or it had a loss of 3% in 0.62. So 124 in December, now 119. Then we have the Snorlax Gold Hyper Rare called card $70 in December. Now it's at $67. So we saw a loss of 4.9%. Then we have the Shadow Rider, $54.28. Currently it's at $51. So the Shadow Rider in the last 3 months has seen a loss of 5.78%. Then we have the Zora V Altar, which I think is a pretty cool card. $40.64 in December, currently at $42.81. That is a 5% gain, 5.3%. Then we have the Galarian Zapdos V, which I think is a sweet card as well, $40.14. Currently at $41.77. So surprisingly, that's a 4.1% gain because it's not a very expensive card, and it went up by a dollar and a few change, right? But that's in 3 months. So this is over a course of 3 months. Galarian Articuno, $38.80. Now it's at $40.31. That currently looks like a 3.89% gain. And then we have Ice Rider Calyrex, $36.84. Currently at $40.31. So it's seen the most gains so far, surprisingly, the Ice Rider, 9.41% gain. Then we have the Galarian Rapidash V, $37.18. Now it's at $38.37, so there's a 3.2% gain. And then finally, the Galarian Slowking Altar, $29.74, down to $26.77. So surprisingly, a 9.9% loss. So really interesting to see the top 10 cards. Looks like the Blaziken V Altar is starting to rise up again, and the Ice Rider V Max, surprisingly. So really great to kind of see the top 10 cards. Top 20 cards is better to get kind of more data on how the cards are doing in the set. But as we know, Chilling Reign has a lot of potential because of all the value in that set, right? So we looked at the top 10 card prices. Now we're finally going to enter into the popularity, depth, and entry point. And for entry point, in comparison, let's just compare it right now to Evolving Skies because that's the #1 set. And currently Evolving Skies is about $600. And I'm only comparing it to Evolving Skies because Evolving Skies, as we know, has a lot of depth to it in itself. We can compare, Chilling Reign to all the other sets. We'll do that in another video. But Chilling Reign has the second highest set value at $1,555. So it's really interesting to see because the entry point is pretty good for Chilling Reign at $164.49. So I said we were going to talk about depth. Let's go ahead and talk about depth. And so here is the depth for all these sets. And let me get rid of these. And so when we're looking at the depth, I wrote it right here. I wanted to see how many cards in each set are valued at $10 or more. So Sword and Shield, we have 8 cards valued at $10 and above. We have Rebel Clash, also has 8 cards valued at $10 or higher. Darkness Ablaze only has the, the VMAX Charizard, is the only card above $10 in that set. So that's probably why it has the lowest value. It's in 12th place in terms of value and in 8th place for booster box price. Skipping Champion's Path, Vivid Voltage has 3 cards above $10. Battle Styles has 11 cards surprisingly above $10. Yet it's in last place for booster box price, and it's in 8th place for overall set value. So it's kind of, that's going to be an awesome video to talk about Battle Styles. I think Battle Styles cards look awesome, even though they don't have as much value. But look they have a lot of cards above $10, so that's good to know, right? That is really good to know. And then Chilling Reign, 23 cards above $10. The only other set that has more cards with value of $10 or more is Evolving Skies, 33 cards. So Evolving Skies has 33 cards above $10 in value. It goes to show Evolving Skies is king of Sword and Shield era. And then Fusion Strike, 8 cards surprisingly, only 8 above $10. It does feel like a limited set. I don't think it has that Galarian Gallery. I'll have to double check. I think it might. Don't quote me on it. We'll do Fusion Strike another day. All right. Tell me in the comments too. which does it have a trainer gallery? Is it Galarian gallery? I think it's Galarian. Gosh, I can't remember right now. All right, Brilliant Stars, 15 cards above $10. And then Astral Radiance. A lot of people are loving Astral Radiance recently. I think it's a cool looking set. People have been talking about how it has a lot of value, and it's true. There's 12 cards with cards that have $10 or more in value. And currently it's in 9th place for booster box, so that might be a great pickup right now. And in 6th place for overall set value, which can change, of course. All right, Lost Origin. 9 cards above $10 in value. That's pretty good. It's more than Battle Styles. It's more than Silver Tempest, barely, and Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash. It's currently in 3rd place for overall set value, so that's really good to know. It's going to be a really strong set. And then for booster box, it's in 6th place, so it's not the most expensive right now, but it's getting up there. It's around MSRP price, or actually above MSRP price. And so let's go on to Silver Tempest. There's 8 cards in Silver Tempest with $10 or more in value, so a little bit limited compared to the other sets. Currently in 11th place for booster box value, so it's probably a good time to pick it up. I picked some up, I think, at 115, but I really want to get some more. I just like the Rayquaza a lot, and of course the Lugia. And then Silver Tempest in 7th place for overall set value, 7th out of 12. But again, that can fluctuate, that can change, but right now it's at 574. So, we talked about the popularity of the sets, right? And some sets are going to be more popular for other people. Some people will like more sets, some sets compared to others. Some people don't like certain sets. That's all good. And then we talked about entry point, print run. We didn't talk about too much. Chilling Reign, I think at this point, everyone kind of realizes, all right, like Chilling Reign's a great set. Maybe it's not their favorite set, or some people really like it, and some people really like it for an investment opportunity. But here are the top 2 chase cards. Let's just look at the trends for the highest chase cards, because, of course, the chase cards are really important in set, because it's going to kind of determine, like, who wants to collect it and who doesn't really care to collect it, right? The chase cards have to be strong. And so I think that's why Battle Styles is limited, because there's only one really chase card, even though the Empoleon V is great and the Urshifu VMAX is great. So let's look at this trend right here. Galarian Moltres was just on a good run for a long time. It was one of the only alt-arts that didn't suffer as much, I think, in comparison to other alt-arts, like the more, famous ones like the Giratina or the Lugia, or, put whatever alt-art in there. But it looks like it's in the upward direction. It's trending. And so that's really good news for Chilling Reign as a set, and for people that have this card and like this card or want to grade this card and see some gains and returns. And so it's only seen a loss of 3.62% in the last 3 months. It obviously took a really strong nosedive in, gosh, when is it? February? At the end of February. So really weird to see. But I mean, it was going strong for so long, it kind of corrected, I guess, the market. Some people were buying it, some people were selling it, and it looks like a lot of people sold. So, and then of course the Blaziken's the #1 chase card, and it's on a strong run right now. We'll see what happens in the next couple months. I'm assuming it's got to drop down low. People got to start selling that card, because it's seen some massive gains in the past 3 months. But that's really good. It's seen a 5.8% gain so far. So we will see what's in store for that Blaziken VMAX. If we looked at the depth, Chilling Reign has 23 cards above $10. And that was we looked at Pokédata, or my Google Sheet on all the data. Now let's go ahead and look at Chilling Reign as a whole, and then we'll close it up, all right? We'll close it up. So here's the value right here, $1,155. Pokédata.io is great. It can give you how much all the product is worth, or how much you can buy it for. What's really great is it just has, I'm sure you know, all these. It tells you just everything about what you want to know about a set. Which is why I like it more than TCG Player, because that's only one marketplace. You have eBay, Mercari, StockX is huge. I really suggest you get on it. They do add like the fees, and they add like the shipping, but some people, flash sell their items on StockX, and what's great is they verify it, and you can just take off the sticker if you want to take it off. So let's look at the set again. I mean, we talked about the top 10 cards, but let's check. I remember I was mentioning Galarian Gallery, Trainer Gallery. Let's check it out. But yeah, we got the Blaziken, the Moltres above $100 still. You have the Snorlax. It'll be interesting to see if these alt arts surpass the Snorlax. But gosh, beautiful cards, Beautiful cards. You have the Glaring Birds too, at around $40. Here's the Ice Rider we talked about. It was really cheap for a long time, but it looks like it's gaining value. It hasn't caught up to the Shadow Rider, but these are great cards. I have them in PSA 10. I overpaid for them, but I'm glad I did. They're just really great, and people don't sell them for under $100 for those Gem Mint 10s. Here's the Glaring Rapidash, the Glaring Slow King, $26. It's lost some value, remember, 10% in the last 3 months. Then you have some of these cards, the female trainer cards, Caitlyn, Clara, $20, Tornadus, $20, and the Shadow Rider, Calyrex V, the Flannery. So we talked about the top 10. Here are the other cards. So yeah, I think this set is pretty strong. Here's that Blaziken VMAX. You have more alternate arts in the Ice Rider, the Shadow Rider, the Tornadus. And so really strong set. A lot of great cards. You got a lot of rainbows. Not as popular, right? But they just add extra hits to the set, and people love opening sets where you can get some sort of hit. Like, you got trainer cards galore, you got all these V cards. They just add a ton of value to a set, and that's, look at this Blaziken, sick. And that Slow King, awesome. And I like collecting full arts, I really do. And so look at these Shadow Riders and Ice Riders. So a ton of value in this set. Remember, we talked about this set is $1,000. The set value is $1,555, and it goes to show. Look at all these cards. Look at this Tornadus VMAX. Especially when the cards have texture, it just adds so much more fun to opening a set. And so I think when people do openings in the future and are trying to chase or doing openings and selling the packs out of the booster boxes, I think it's going to be a great investment, a great opportunity, because the entry point is $164 as of right now. I think I overpaid the other day for a few boxes, but hey, you gotta pay fees, or you gotta pay cash, whatever you're trying to do to buy these sets. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the set. Is Chilling Reign your best investment for 2024? I'm not really sure. You know, it has a ton of value, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm gonna continue on Sword and Shield for the next month and just try to get, you know, what I did, get some more data like what I did with Chilling Reign. So I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Peace.